Hey, Purple Team here with the second Bite-Sized VoD review for our Blizzard game, or Blizzard World game that we went over on the weekend. So real quick, I'm going to be breaking down what exactly it was that lost us this fight, because we get rolled in the first point. And so really quickly, they initiate the dive on. They're going to initiate the dive onto us, but they're also going to send their tracer over to this side room, right? And I was talking about how you can either try to catch them out in rotation or just back up, and they end up doing both, right? And that's gonna punish us. So just watch right here. They send the tracer over, and then once the tracer's in position, that's when they come out. Both of their tanks are going to jump onto us. We miss our coach gun, and that ends up getting Egg Tart killed. Moose doesn't quite back up fast enough, so even with the support, he gets down. Aroma takes a long flank angle. It's not a bad one actually. If our two people had survived, then we'd be able to put pressure on the high ground, especially if they have that mercy up there or anything. So that's really good. I actually like that. But you can notice that they jumped onto the high ground. They killed both people that were there. Kind of unlucky. Now, what could we have done about that? Well, repositioning a little bit faster would have helped, but something that I think ended up putting a lot of pressure on us, if we go back just a second, is that tracer, which is up here still. Let me go back. Okay, let's put this at half speed. So what can you do about that tracer, right? She just kind of like really took like the narrowest rotation she took as little line of sight as she could in making that rotation, right? So that's actually up to our Sigma, who can really do the most against that, right? We want our DPS to be dialed in and be able to try to hit some of those headshots. She's trying to take an Ash duel, keeping an eye on the tanks down there as they set up. So as our Sigma, you have the ability, you have a lower rate of fire, and your fire can be a little more fire and forget, right? You don't have to aim it as you don't have to be as precise with it, since you can bounce it off. You can try to use it as like an area deterrent, right? So as a Sigma, you can be looking, just like keeping your head on a swivel, looking, okay, where are they going? Are they trying to send someone up there? And if you can keep your head on a swivel there, and notice the tracer. If you can find out that tracer's over there, you can throw a couple bombs in. You can maybe hit her with one of them. She's at half health. She's got to back up. Because right now, all of our focus is, okay, they've got tanks down there. They've got healers down there. And the tracer just kind of comes up, and let's watch this in really slow motion just to get an appreciation for what she does. She just kind of comes up and... Okay, she actually doesn't do that much damage, but it's the coordination. That tracer could one clip our DPS from that angle, right? So it was, I think, kind of the conjunction of the monkey dive in, the diva dive in, but the better tracers you go up against, if you leave that angle unlooked at, if you don't have your head on a swivel and you're not keeping an eye on all the possible angles, then we're going to get punished. Because especially, again, as Sigma, as Diva, those kinds of heroes, area denial is going to be your forte. You can do a lot of poke damage, but really as Sigma, you just got to throw some orbs in there. Keep checking around, throw some orbs in there. So keeping your head on a swivel, making sure that being the deterrent against flank angles like that, and letting our DPS trying to enable our DPS to just be able to focus on some of these sight lines, is a way that we can get more value in the future. So